Okay, so my name is Shine, popularly known as Joshine Osur on all my social media platforms. I'm a 27-year-old young woman who lives with HIV. So I was born and raised in Mathare by two amazing parents, an Ugandan woman and a Kenyan man. Then I grew up in Mathare up until in class 4, that is in 2007, when my mom passed away. During that time, I didn't really know what was happening. She suffered a little bit. It was somehow sad to see her pass away, to see her suffer, but somehow when she died, it was such a relief for me, because then I was young and I used to take care of her. I have 3 siblings. I'm the last born. So when everyone else was in school, I was the one who was responsible for her. Then fast forward to when I went to high school in Form 2, it's when randomly my sister told me, by the way, do you know what mom died of? And I was like, okay, what happened? Then she was like, oh, she died of AIDS. So after 6 or 7 years, it's when I got to know that my mom died of AIDS. That means there was still some shame and stigma attached to living with HIV. So after high school, I went to the university, Kiss University. There, I lived my best life. I was so excited to be first in a different county. Second, there was so much freedom because I was lucky. I had a sponsor, so I was sure of monthly allowance. That means I could do whatever I wanted with money. You know, I had lived with less. So this time, being given an allowance every month, to me, that was like a good, hey.
I know.
It was.
But wait, when you say, and I'll let you continue, by
Yeah.
the way, when you say sponsor, are we talking about, the like school scholarships? I'm not talking of Sponyo.
No, not Sponyo.
Oh, yeah, then you need to make you need to make it clear, because hey, guys are like, and already from the intro, she's already talking about Sponyo, living your best life, getting like what you need. So make clear so that people understand. Even for me, I was like, okay, let me just confirm first of all as you go on.
Okay, rewind.
So it's like a school sponsorship.
Yeah, school sponsorship. So it is then that I discovered, the other side of life, that is partying, reckless living. And it is then that I really had fun, if you know what I mean by fun. Then came 2020, my last year in campus. That was 4th year. I was extremely excited to be coming out of the university without a baby, because there's this notion that when you come out of the university, you must either have a degree alone or a degree and a baby. So I was so excited I didn't have a baby. Little did I know. So I remember the last semester, there's a period that I got really sick. Then I was like, let me go to pass by the school clinic. It is then at the school clinic that I was told, you are HIV status, you are HIV positive. So,
yeah. And this is like your last semester?
Yeah, my last semester in school. That was in 2016. And I feel finding out about my HIV status birthed my purpose, because I was like, even the way the doctors reacted, they were like, don't worry, you don't have to tell anyone about it. You can just take your ARVs in hiding. And also, when I was given the ARVs, they're usually in a bottle. Then there's a way, it's noisy. So they were like, let's put paper so that...
Just so that, yeah.
Yeah. And it was in Kisii, and Kisii, a lot of people live with HIV and AIDS. So they can easily...
So the number there is actually high, eh?
Yeah, it's high. So they can easily tell by that sound if you pass and you have that.
The bottle, if they hear, they just know.
Yeah. So right now, then I was like, okay, what's this nonsense? But right now, I feel like I understand them, because for some people, maybe they're not okay with that. But it is then that I said, I want to live out loud. I don't want this to be something that is holding me back. I want to show other people that you can still live you can still live positive. So yeah, and
That's a good intro. Because a heavy intro by the but I also like, because even for me the thing is like I wasn't following you, but like one of your videos popped up like on the for you like when you're always just scrolling up like on TikTok, and then I think I saw the video that had like the tablets. Yeah, so like that was like the thumbnail. So I was like, just how you watch random videos. And then I was like, hi, tablets. Okay, let me just go to the profile. I go to the profile, and then now I see you just like I start watching like the first video, the second video, third video. And then I was like, wow, because this person is so like just vocal about it, and I'm clearly I think they're open to a discussion, because if they're already posting videos about this, if I call them to the podcast, well, this will just be like a better platform to even like have that discussion. Because just think about it, like how many young people now you can see are living their best life.
Yeah.
Like randomly Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And, you see, the thing is also like you were in campus then, right?
Yeah.
And this happened to you when you were in campus.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you can only imagine now. That was
2020.
2020.
Yeah, it's when I found out about my HIV status.
Oh, that 2020. Now that's when was last year in school.
Yeah.
But now think about, was that after COVID?
No, you see, when there was lockdown.
Yeah.
Now when people are worried about COVID,
Yeah.
it is then that I had found out about my HIV status. So when the whole world is worried about COVID, I was worried about my HIV status.
Yeah. Okay.
So to me, COVID was low-key a
just
blessing.
By the way, you're
no,
just like
it was a blessing.
Oh, because now you
yeah.
get to chill, kwanza, meditate,
Yeah.
and think about like your life and everything.
Yeah.
And wait, I don't forget like my chain of thought, but like, okay, even you after receiving that news, and I'm just comparing it to like now, I'm thinking like how other uni guys and people in campus like are always out like having a blast. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, if it's house parties, if it's Airbnbs, if it's clubbing and everything. And, fortunately or unfortunately, there are people who are lucky enough to just, not to be in that situation, but some definitely, they don't even probably know their status and everything. But when you first... Okay, what made you go for a test first of all, by the way?
It was not even an HIV test. I thought I was just going for a random check to just see what was happening.
Oh, you're just going to see
Yeah, because that time I was diarrheaing.
Mm-hmm.
I had night shivers and sweats. You see all those small symptoms of HIV.
Sounds like... that sounds to me like malaria, Ama.
Yeah, that is what I had thought. Yeah, so to me...
Because shiver, sweating, heat.
I was like, this must be malaria.
Mm-hmm.
So when I went, then the doctor was like, are you okay if we test other things? I was like, cool, sharp. It didn't even hit me that maybe you might be HIV positive.
Because even the doctor is like, they already know like some certain symptoms. It's like, let's get this one clear kwanza before we go to other ninis.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it is then that after they tested, they drew my blood twice. So now I started being, I'm like, hey, okay. Then I don't love needles. I don't. So I was like, okay, what's happening? Then small talks. I'm like, will you be open for counseling? Counseling about what?
Oh.
Yeah. Then they were like, what happens if you find out you're HIV positive? I'm like, okay. It didn't hit me.
Because you're like, oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. In my mind, I was like, okay, if I'm HIV positive. It didn't hit. It did
Because it's not registering. Because in your mind, like, how ama kwani?
I know. Then they started. You can feel is in history za jaba. I was
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, am I HIV positive? No, you see, they first want to cancel me before they tell me my HIV status. They're insisting on canceling. I was like, just tell me, am I HIV positive? Then they said, yes, you're HIV positive. But I feel during that time, the thing that really held me, the thing that made me know that I was okay, is the memories of my mom. I started reflecting on how she used to be extremely sick. She could not get out of bed. She used to go long call and short call in bed. So that memory is the one that told me I'm going to be okay. I'm not going to turn out like her, and not in a bad way, bad way.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, so what do I need to do? Because I was like, I don't want the end game to be.
Yeah. How can I just take care of myself? Like, okay, and even before we get to that, like immediately after they tell you that, like you're positive, like what was your reaction?
Yeah, I swear, I started thinking about my mom.
Also, immediately,
her image.
Okay, were you scared? Because when you're thinking about it that way, you're thinking about her as in, like, you remember, like, how it was difficult for her going through everything before she passed. So were you scared, or you're just like, okay, I don't, immediately, like, in your mind, it's like, is it medication or nini? Because I'm just trying to think of, like...
I don't think I was scared.
You didn't cry or anything?
I didn't.
You're not in shock?
No. Do you know, I told the doctor, okay, I'm coming back. Let me go first to class and ask, because we had a class presentation. Yeah. You see, the last
What do you mean
bit.
presentation?
Yeah, I was like, let me go to class and tell the teacher that I'm not feeling well, so that
I come.
Nini asininyume hizo mask.
Oh, yeah. So
I went. Then in class, I guess it's when after I talked to the teacher.
Let's stand a bit like this, like a 45 degree, like a bit of here and here, yeah. Yeah. Somewhere there, like that.
Like this.
Yeah, at least so that we can see your face and we can still have a conversation.
Okay. I guess in class, it's when it hit me, by the way, you are HIV positive, because it's when it's like a shock, then I started bleeding. I guess it was a little menstruation or something.
Oh, yeah.
It was just shock.
Yeah, but your body is just in shock, everything registering.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Then I went to the school clinic and told the doctor, let me go home and take a shower. I'm coming, so that we may continue. Then I went home, showered. I'm still shaking. Now I've started shaking. It's
sinking in.
Yeah, slowly. Took a shower, then went back to school. Then it's when they put me into ARVs.